go over with you. First of all, let's just get it out of our system. How are we doing, class of 2019 Sycamore High School? What's up? All right, now that we got that out of our system, bring it down. Thank you. I appreciate that. I told your principals this morning that I knew you guys would be a great group to work with. I've heard a lot about this class. A lot of good things have been said. My name is John Pruitt. I'm here on behalf of the Graduate Service Company, and welcome to your official graduation meeting. It's an exciting time. You give yourself a round of applause. I know it's an exciting time. But listen up, a couple things I was thinking about as I was driving here this morning. This is my 22nd year of working at Sycamore High School and handling graduation. So it's been a fast 20 years. But my point is this, I've been a graduate in 2 ceremonies. You know, I remember my high school graduation. I know what it's like to sit in your seat. I know what it's like to be a high school senior. It's an exciting time. You've got a lot of things ahead of you, and it's fun. It's an exciting time. The second part of it, and it's taken me these 20 years and 2 graduation ceremonies, but in all those years, I've literally worked with thousands of high school seniors, thousands of parents of seniors, and I can tell you there's one thing. By show of hands, who is the first in here to graduate of the siblings? If you're the first in your family of the siblings, yes, well everybody is. So what I'm getting at, listen up, what I'm getting at, this is important, and I'm a guy, I'll be the first to admit it, but it is an emotional time, right? When you get this packet of information home to mom and dad, and you hand it over to them, it's emotional for all parents, but it's really emotional for those that are the first time going through this. Now, everyone is going to need to get a cap and gown. We're going to explain that. We're going to go through this packet of information, but there are some things and some items that are going to be important to you and your parents. First of all, seniors, look at the outside of your envelope. If you take a look right on the outside, a couple of pieces of information I want you to be aware of. Number one, as I said, it's going to be emotional for parents. Mom and dad want to make sure that you've ordered your cap and gown. They want to make sure you got the right amount of announcements or any of the other exciting senior items. If parents have questions, when you get this packet of information home to mom and dad, right on the outside of this packet is my office contact information. We've got people answering the phones. You get a live person. Call us if you got questions. We can help you. Down below, you're going to see an order date. It says Sycamore High School senior order dates, Tuesday, November 13th. That is when we are going to be back here at Sycamore High School to give you an opportunity to personally turn in your order form. We will be able to help you add it up and go through that. But that is the first date that we're back here. Now, by show of hands, who in here has been to a graduation ceremony? All right, so almost everybody has attended graduation. One thing that you know if you go to a graduation ceremony is you understand graduation is a formal event. Sycamore High School, they spend a lot of money on your graduation. They've got a wonderful venue set up for you. There's a lot of planning. There is a lot that goes into that formal graduation. And it should be that way. The community's there, your family, your friends, everyone is there to see you get on stage, hear your name called, and receive that diploma. But one thing that you know is graduation, the ceremony itself, it is formal. That's why you wear the cap and gown. You don't just show up wearing whatever you want to wear, get on stage at whatever time you want to get on stage and say, give me my diploma. It doesn't work that way. There is a formal process, and it is a tradition as that ceremony goes on. Prior to graduation day, there is a tradition that is also formal. Part of that formal process is you would send out, it's a custom graduation announcement design that is exclusive for Sycamore High School. I'm going to show you a picture of what that looks like, but inside this announcement, it will have the information about graduation. It's going to have the date, the time, the place of graduation. One thing to note though, is inside this announcement, your name is not on it. So there are some name cards, and you're going to see that in your information. There's a spot right inside the announcement for your name card to fit. The name that you put on that order form, that's the name that we're going to put on this name card. But your announcement, here it is right here. It's got the Sycamore crest. It says Sycamore High School Class of 2019. This is customized for you for this year. But that announcement, that's important because that's what you send out to your family members, to your friends, to let them know that you're graduating. And I'll have a sample of this. They're very expensive. You can get any amount of those. There are some other products. You can talk to mom and dad about it. There's return address labels, class envelope seals, different things. Most people are going to have family members get together. There are personal invite cards. You can design your own, or you can do the standard kind. Again, all of this is inside your packet of information. There are thank you notes. You know, if someone takes the time, seniors, to come to graduation, they take the time to go buy you a present or get you a card, maybe they give you a little money for graduating, you should take the time to thank those people. And there are different thank you notes. Those are included. What you order, seniors, beyond the cap and gown, that is up to you and your family. You all are seniors by now. You can kind of go through the packet, figure out what's important to you. There are different items that we're going to bring back with us. If you still need a ring, we've got a ring package. We're going to have some different things. For example, if you get this package, this has been popular, it's called the Aviators package. You get a free t-shirt, there's a hoodie in there. We are going to give you those items on November 13th when we're back. Most important thing, get the information home to mom and dad. What happens every year, and maybe this will be the first year that it does not happen, but seniors walk out of this meeting, throw this packet in your locker, throw it in your car. Like I said, guys, I'll be the first to admit it, it doesn't get home to mom and dad. And then all of a sudden, graduate service, we're back here at school, we're giving out the hoodies, we're giving out the t-shirts, we're giving out the caps and gowns, the announcements, and then all of a sudden you walk in and you're like, oh, were we supposed to order that? And then all of a sudden you're like, all right, how do I get a hold of graduate service? If you could sit in my office in late April, early May, and you could hear the frantic phone calls, and it's usually moms, and the call kind of goes like this. I don't know anything about caps and gowns. My son never brought the packet home, and then that's fine. I go through the spiel with them. They're kind of mad at me, but then when I tell them we were there on Halloween, we had an order date in November, we have our website, it's on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and then all of a sudden they're mad at you. And something that's exciting becomes a little stressful at the end of the year. Something that would have cost $40 now is now $100 at the end of the year. And that's not because I'm a bad guy and I want to charge you more. It's because companies like UPS, FedEx, the Postal Service, they're great companies, but if you've ever had to overnight something at the last minute, it's expensive to do that. So they're going to charge us, we're going to then in turn charge you guys for that. Don't fall into that. Get it home, let your parents see it. There is a website, it's inside the information. But again, the ordering date is going to be Tuesday, November 13th during lunch. Now, we are going to have you reserve your Sycamore cap and gown. So what I need you to do, seniors, open up your packet of information. There are two things that I want you to find. The first thing is this card. Looks like this. Should be right inside your catalog. Right inside, open up that order form. But there's a reservation card that looks like this. The second thing is this measuring tape, and I'm going to explain this. Grab your pen, grab your pencil, but listen, before you start filling this out. And I want everybody to look forward and listen to the wording that I'm about to say, because I don't want you to be confused. This card, seniors, is only a reservation. You are not, I'll repeat that, you are not ordering your cap and gown. So don't go home today, give the packet to mom and dad and say, graduate service came to school, we ordered our caps and gowns. You did not order your cap and gown this morning. Being that your cap and gown from Sycamore is a very high quality gown. This is not one of the cheap chintzy gowns that if you walk out in the rain in it, it like melts into your clothes. This is a very high quality gown. If you were to buy these gowns, they're about $400 a piece to buy them. That's why you don't buy it. You're going to rent the gown, turn it back in after graduation, but you keep your cap, you keep the tassel. There is a medallion that everybody wears, and we'll explain that. You're going to get to keep everything but the gown. So being that the gown is such a high quality gown, these things are not made overnight. So we are going to get a reservation from you this morning. So grab your pen, grab your pencil, pretty self-explanatory, but I'll go through this card with you. Obviously where it says high school name, print Sycamore. To the right of that, where it says graduation year 2019. Thank you. And then seniors, print your first name. And the neater you can print your name, the better off, because I'm kind of a bad guesser. I don't want to guess if that's an A or an O. So print your first name. Print your last name. And then whatever contact info you'd like to list for you or your parents, we're not going to bug you, but we will be able to send you a reminder, like on November 12th, we'll be able to send you a quick message to say, seniors graduate service will be at Sycamore High School Tuesday, November 13th. Please bring your cap and gown with you. But the most important part of the card, seniors, is at the very bottom. How we know what size cap and gown to get you is based on 3 measurements. The first measurement, so we know how long to make the gown, is we need to know your height. We need to know how tall you are. So you're going to see 3 boxes there for your height. How do you write your height in 3 boxes? If you're 5'6", you would write 506. You know, if you're 5'10", 510. 5 foot, you just put a 5, or you put 500. If you're not sure how tall you are, see me afterwards. I know how tall I am, we can kind of figure that out. Now, to the right of your height, ladies, I'm going to apologize up front, all right? I would never ask a lady how much she weighs. I wouldn't ask you if it wasn't important, but here's the deal. It is important, okay? If someone's a little bigger, a little smaller, we want to make sure we get you the right size gown. Now, that being said, if you weigh 160, but like it looks better to write 140 on the card, I'm cool with that. 20 pounds is not a big deal. But if you weigh 240, don't be writing 140, because the gown is going to really, it'll get to about right here, and you're going to struggle with it. So if you want to make a difference by about 20 pounds, we're cool with that. So print your height, print your weight. Now the last thing we're going to do, and I see some overachievers out ahead of me on the cap size, we are going to have you measure your cap size. Now listen, the cap size is really a one-size-fits-all cap. But we want to have you measure what your cap size is. Now, if you are a really smart senior and you've got a little bigger brain, maybe a little bigger head than the rest of us, or you've got some really great hair that I'm jealous of, we will get you a bigger cap, okay? So don't panic over this cap size, all right? Yeah, we got some bigger caps. we will do that. But look down here. Here's how you do this, seniors. One side of the measuring tape has some numbers on it. The other side has an arrow. It's kind of hard to do while I hold this microphone, but put it around the back of your head. Measure inside of your ears. All right? Don't bring it on the outside of your ears. Don't put it on the top of your head. Bring it across your forehead. Put the number side down first, then put the side with the arrow over top of the numbers. Now, have the person maybe next to you help you out. We got a few minutes. I'm going to walk around. I can help you also, but measure your cap size. Write that on your card.
I am getting so daddy tight.
Again, maybe have your friend next to you help you out.
No, I need number 7. No. What actually happened? You see my waiver wires? You know why? Because he looks good on my
All right, seniors, I'll come back to that. All right, so what I want you to do, you would be shocked how many seniors fill this out and never put their name on it. So I want to make sure, again, this card, only a reservation. You're still going to order the cap and gown on November 13th during lunch on that order form that's inside the packet. So you'll bring your money, you'll bring the order form back, you'll do that on that day. Take a look at your card. Make sure you got Sycamore for school name, 2019 for graduation year. You got your first name, you got your last name, whatever contact info, that's fine, but check the bottom of the card. Everybody's got their height, their weight, and their cap size. Now, here's what we're going to do. Seniors that are seated over here, pass your cards all the way this way to the last person. Seniors that are in the center section, we'll get you in the back there too, pass your cards this way, all the way down to the last person down here. Seniors over here, pass your cards to me, and we're going to come by and collect these. We'll get your cards. I got just a couple closing remarks, and then we're going to get you guys on your way.
Hi, Danny. How big's your head? 7. No. Same, dude. Yeah, my house. Oh yeah, that's right. Well, when are we gonna inform them? Alright, sounds good. How did you make it? Max. Are you doing number 7 for me?
All right, so listen up, guys. Last thing that I want to say before you get out of here is look around you. I told Mr. Maynard we had this thing cleaned up. Put everything back into your envelopes. Get the packets home today, seniors. Give us a call if you've got questions. If you still have a card, bring it down front or hold your hand up. One thing that I want to say is I hope everybody has a great, safe Halloween.